Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are talking about why men are no longer pursuing women. I think that a lot of you men out there have felt this, but these are the stats to back this up. 86% of women say that they want men to make the first move. 50% of men say that they are afraid to make the first move for being seen as creepy. 20% of Gen Zers say that a man approaching a woman sometimes or always constitutes as harassment. I think to some degree, every single one of you that are listening have probably felt the impact of this, right? That women are saying that they want you to approach them, but you also are hearing the message that they don't want to be approached. You're also seeing that there is a tie as to why they want some men to approach them versus others. And typically, they really want the 6 foot tall man that is very attractive to approach them. Like, he can do no wrong. He can be actionably being a complete creep, but that is not seen as creepy by a woman simply because of his outward appearance. And that is frustrating for a lot of men that put effort into approaching a woman. I don't think that women will ever really truly appreciate how nerve-wracking and how much effort that really takes, and how you have to be okay with being rejected so many times yet continue to do that. So I have mad respect for men that go through this, especially young men that are just getting rejected, and to come back from that and to continue to pursue women. I just don't think that women are built for that, and I don't think that they understand it, and I think that it adds an extra layer of difficulty when women are judging that. So I want to talk about that today. I want to talk about some of the content that I've been seeing on social media in the form of men talking about this topic and going through real experiences. I want to share one of those stories with you. I think that the only way that I can even somewhat relate to having to approach somebody and being rejected is just about anything, being nervous about anything, whether that's public speaking or having a hard conversation with somebody. I think that you need to go into that type of conversation or situation with confidence. Confidence is complex. I think that it comes from a lot of things that you tell yourself, like your inner dialogue. For men, it has a lot to do with your accomplishments. I think it has a lot to do with your work. And then I think for both men and women, I think it has a lot to do with your reflection in the mirror and your ability to feel good about the person that is looking back at you. This is why I always recommend you going into a situation where you're approaching a woman as confident as you can. And one thing that you can start doing pretty easily is having a skincare routine that makes you look and feel amazing. That is why I am excited to have Tiege Hanley as the sponsor of today's video. Tiege Hanley skincare systems are very simple, they're easy to follow, and they only take a few minutes before and after bed. Seriously, having an effective skincare routine can really help boost your confidence before that first date, second, third, fourth, fifth. I recommend starting with their #1 system, which comes with all of the essentials. It starts with the morning wash, an exfoliating scrub, an AM moisturizer with SPF 20, and a PM moisturizer. Oh, and to make it super simple for guys like you, they provide this little cheat sheet in every box telling you when to use what, how much to use, and in what order. This is a great product, guys, but don't take my word for it. Trust the millions of guys who use Tiege Hanley with over 16,000 5-star reviews. And Tiege Hanley thinks that you'll agree, which is why they give you a handsome guarantee. Love it or get a full refund. No questions asked. I want as many as you to feel and look amazing going into dating so that you can find your match. Someone that is just as confident as you and has high standards for not only you, but for herself. And since Tiege Hanley is a sponsor of today's video, they have an amazing deal for you. Save up to 40% off your first box today and get a gift valued at $20, plus sign up as a member and get 20% off for life. By the way, one of their new gifts is a manicure set, a precision crafted nail kit with 4 grooming essentials. Valued at $24, it's yours free. You can now find Teach Hanley in hundreds of stores across the US. Click the link below and discover a store near you. But if you want the best offer, shop through my link today and start an awesome skincare routine. The first video I want to show you guys is a video of a man that was essentially kicked out of the gym because he had attempted to approach a woman. Let's watch the video and let's see what you guys think.
The worst thing they can do is say no. So I was just in the gym and I saw a very attractive woman in there, okay? She was like partially Asian. I like Asian women. That's besides the point. She was probably 40 years old. I'm 24, but she was very, very attractive. She might have been in her mid-30s. Anyway, she was working out and I was working out. I didn't want to say anything to her while she was working out, so I waited until she was done working out and she was like over in the stretch area stretching. Mind you, I have not said anything to a girl in the gym in years. So I'm like, what the hell? This woman is very attractive, so I'm going to go say hi. The worst thing she can do is say no. So she had her headphones out. I walked up to her. I said, hey, what's your name? I shit you not. She gave me the dirtiest look of all time and said, I'm married. And I just kind of laughed. I was like, oh, sorry, and kind of walked away. 5 minutes later, the employees at the gym come up to me and say, hi, we have had multiple reports of you harassing women in the gym. I was like, multiple reports? I just asked that lady what her name was. They were like, yeah, we know. We saw the cameras. It wasn't a big deal, but this woman is upset that you asked her that. So slowly, the worst she can say is no is becoming way worse. So the employees then inform me that my presence at the gym is making this woman extremely uncomfortable and I have to leave for the night. I didn't look at her. I didn't even see her after I asked her name. So they were like 5 minutes away from closing anyway, so I was like, all right, I was almost done with my workout anyway, I'll just leave.
That man had a lot of grace to not get very upset about being accused of something that he didn't do. And especially to have like camera evidence of that. What is frustrating is that in this culture today, that even if that woman feels that way, even when there's a video showing the interaction and that it was not inappropriate and that maybe she is exaggerating it, or maybe she just like truly feels that way, but it's coming from her own triggers, that the outside people, so the people that are working at the gym, can't just say to her, I don't think this is valid enough to kick that man out of the gym. And instead, it's like it has to be very carefully handled, and they're going to automatically side with that woman because they don't want that fallback. Because let's just be honest, she's going to be the one to make a fuss, and he's not. He didn't make a fuss, right? He walked out of the gym. And it's not fair, though, to him to have to internally take that and to have to leave the gym. And can you imagine if they were like kicking him out of the gym? Like forever officially, and then he doesn't even have his like safe spot for his mental health, and for like there's just so many factors to this that are unfair to a man, and yet he's expected to just kind of handle it and move on. Again, I think that is admirable of him to be able to do that. I'm just saying from an outside opinionated opinion that it's not fair. This is something that you guys oftentimes get mixed messages on. Do you approach a woman at the gym, yay or nay? I think that it is a tricky area. I think that sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. Some women will take kindly to it and others won't. And unfortunately, it's very difficult to know when. I think it's nearly impossible. I think a lot of women will say, well, you should know because you should learn how to read body language. But men don't function the same as women. Women are really good at reading body language. Men aren't. So I want to spread the knowledge that men might approach you, but it doesn't mean that he's being creepy and he's going to force his life into your life or do anything that you're uncomfortable with. All that you need to do as a woman is be able to be upfront and communicate that. Like if you're not interested, then just say that. You don't have to be mean about it. You don't have to get anyone else involved. You don't have to feel unsafe just from a man approaching. And I think that we hear stories about this. And oftentimes, yes, like maybe sometimes there is a valid reason why a woman will feel unsafe because of what the man is doing. But I think frequently a woman will feel unsafe, and it has nothing to do with what that man did, and it has everything to do with like her own stuff.